This is the weekly update dated October 1st, 21 for the 5-minute production incubation project. My name is Shri. Let's begin with a recap of last week. Last week, we saw the introduction of the Google Cloud page inside the infrastructure section of a project. This was introduced in a merge request that got merged this week. The feature is still disabled by default. It's behind a feature flag. This week, we made progress with the Google Auth 2 implementation, the service account generation and persistence of the same as project variables, and the rendering of the service accounts list. Jumping right into a demo, if you navigate to a project in your GitLab instance and you have a look at the infrastructure, you will see the Google Cloud link. This is available if you have the feature flag turned on in your development. The first thing you notice on the Google Cloud page is this section for service accounts, which is empty by default. Let's begin the creation or the generation of the service account. I click this button. Takes me to the sign in Google Auth flow. Select my account, and then I authorize this application to manage my cloud resources, which then takes me to a form where I see two fields. The first field, I must select my GCP project. I see a list of all of my GCP projects, select one of them for which I want the service account created. And then I link it with my GitLab environment. In this case, I link it with all. Press this button again. And you will notice the table contains a GCP service account. The service accounts are stored as variables. So if I navigate to my settings CI/CD and I expand the variables section, you will see 3 variables created, which are linked to the particular GCP project. We have a service account and we have a service account key. These are all the credentials I need to deploy an application from GitLab to Google Cloud. Confirmation of the same, if I navigate to my Google Cloud console and go to the service accounts page and refresh it, you will notice the newly created service account listed out here. Since I've shared this in a screencast in plain text, I'm going to delete it. Let's create another service account for a specific environment. Click the button again, and you will see that the authorization process has to reoccur. That is because at the end of the creation, all authorizations are revoked. I grant permissions again, and this time I create a service account for a staging environment. Press the button, and you will see 2 service accounts listed. And if you navigate to the CI/CD settings and expand the variables, you will see 6 variables, 3 for each service account. While this demo of service account creation might feel complete, that is misleading. As you can see in the merge request, there are a lot of tasks remaining, and these are usually around the edge cases and scenarios that need to be handled. Documentation needs to be updated as well to help the user configure their GitLab instance for Google Auth 2. I can see all of this taking 2 or 3 weeks to finish completely, and that is my goal in the coming weeks.